We'll go into Luke chapter 21. When will Jerusalem go into captivity? It's not time yet for Jerusalem to go into captivity. Because a lot of people do not understand that. But in Luke chapter 21 and verse 20, it says, "And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh." See, Jerusalem will be surrounded by army. You'll see what the Bible says in Zechariah chapter 14. I'm going to teach about that one day, if the Lord's will. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 2, he says, "He will gather all nations against Jerusalem." See, the city going to go into captivity. Here's what it's saying right here. It's in verse 21 says that, "Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out of it." See, depart it said, "Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto." See, the Lord don't want you to enter thereinto if you are out of the country. And those that are in Judea, they're going to have to flee to the mountain, because they're going to set up their abomination that make it desolate. See, when they kill the two witnesses, and then they will set up their abomination that make it desolate, and Jerusalem will go into captivity. It'll be taken over by the Gentile. It said, "For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled." See, all things that are written will be fulfilled. "But woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people." See, there'll be great distress. So you go into Jerusalem, going to go into captivity. They're going to have to flee to the mountain. See, verse 24 says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." See, Jerusalem will be trodden down of the Gentiles, like I was telling you, till the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. That's when the great tribulation starts. You know, they're going to see, the Antichrist could not do the two witnesses nothing when the two witnesses was here, until they finished their testimony. Like I always did tell y'all. You know, and most people don't know that Jerusalem got to go into captivity. See, they're going to kill the two witnesses first, and then Jerusalem will go into captivity. Because set up that image, then Jerusalem will go into captivity. That's why the Lord said, "Don't take nothing out of your house. And go, when you see the abomination, you go straight and flee." And what Jesus Christ said in Matthew, I think it's in Matthew chapter 24. See, in verse 24 and verse 15, but I'm going to read 14. It said, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." See, that's when the two witnesses come. They'll be preaching the gospel. You know, be putting plagues on the people and stuff. And so in verse 15 said, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso read it, let him understand. See? Saying the same thing. Saying, then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. And let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. See? Because it's going to be the days of vengeance. The Lord going to take vengeance. All the sin in the world. That's why Jerusalem will have to go like in the first Babylon. That's why they got taken over. Because of the sin. All dealing with sin. That's why we have it, wars and rumors of war. See, we'll promote sin. Adultery, fornication, homosexuality, everything. Lying, stealing. But we're doing all these things. God look at the whole nation. That's what people do not understand. God bring you into war. You going into captivity, lead you to get killed. One thing lead to another. Because like I said, you go like in, I think it's in Joel, chapter 3. Or in Joel chapter 3 and verse 2, he say again, I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage. See, for my heritage. Israel, who they have scattered among the nation and parted my land. You see. See, they are scattered. See, they went into captivity. That's what they're saying here. See, they parted God's land and his people, they went into captivity. See, but God will punish them after the nation that took them into captivity, like they tell you in Zechariah chapter 14. See, same what you read about in Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. See, the nation will be scattered. God scattered God's people into all nations. Like what you read about in Luke, where I was reading here, verse 24, chapter 21 and verse 24, and Luke 21 and verse 24, and say, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. See that? This is what's going to happen. It's not time yet. The two witnesses have to come. See, the 10 horn, the two witnesses crowd will come around the time and during the time of the 10 king. The 10 horn, and the little horn will come among the 10 king. Will get out from the third beast, like I tell you, and get with the 10 king. He'll make a league with them 10 king. See, and he will work deceitfully. But they won't be able to do the two witnesses nothing at first until they finish their testimony. And when they finish their testimony, that beast will kill them. See, the two witnesses will prophesy like the first 3.5 years, and then they will be killed. And the Antichrist will continue like for 3.5 years. Then the Lord will destroy them. There'll be that big battle of Armageddon. That's why I'm just trying to give you all a little bit to see, try to get you all to understand, because most of the preachers not teaching you that. It's not time yet for Most people be saying that Iran gonna beat the United States. They're gonna take over Jerusalem. They're gonna beat gonna beat Israel. Gonna beat the United States, but that's not true. Iran home gonna be broken. It's like Bush broke Iraq home. Iran home gonna be broke. Iran home is a little higher. So it came up last. See? Oh, Trump gonna break Iran home. And the Bible said after he break Iran home, it said his horn will be broke. Ain't gonna be no more talk. Like I said, the nation won't flow with the U.S. no more. See how Iran find missing all those nations around? See, they won't be partners. Now they'll see no nation don't want to help the U.S. no more. The U.S. gonna have to do it most all alone by themselves. You know, they may have a few come with them, but majority of most of the nation ain't gonna flow with the U.S. no more. But you read about it in Daniel. That's what I've been trying to show people in Daniel chapter 11. See, that most people still do not understand. See, and Daniel chapter 11 and verse 4. See, like in verse 3 say, a mighty king shall stand up that shall rule with great dominion and do according to his will. Now it's like Donald Trump. See? And when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken. See, his kingdom shall be broken and shall be divided toward the four winds of heaven, and not in his posterity, nor according to his dominion which he ruled. See, for his kingdom shall be plucked up. You see, his kingdom will be plucked up, even for others besides those. See, kingdom will be plucked up. Like I said, them nation ain't gonna be with the U.S. no more. See, you see, like now all them nations, even Britain, all them France and them different nations, Canada, they're not going with the U.S. no more. Saudi, maybe Saudi Arabia still there, but a lot of other nations say they ain't going to help the U.S. See, the NATO, a lot of nations in NATO say they ain't going to help. Just stop, Iran from firing the ship in Hormuz. What I've been trying to show you. Everything is in the Bible, you just got to read it and understand it. People thought maybe I was talking crazy at first. But if you read the Bible and understand it, everything is there. God's word is true. It must come to pass. The higher home came up last, what you read about in Daniel chapter 8. Now he go wax great. He go this the United States, the he go. Bible say he got wax great after he beat Iran. Most people think Iran gonna beat the U.S. That's what these men be saying, most of them talk shows. But I'm going with the Word of God say, the Bible say, you understand it, Don't break Iran home, because Iraq home is already broken. They had two homes. Iran had two homes. One was higher than the other. Iraq home was a little lower. Iraq was not as strong as Iran. Iran is more stronger than Iraq. And the higher came up last. The stronger home is last. It's Iran. This is what I wanted to bring to y'all. But it's not time yet, for Jerusalem to go into captivity. See, the U.S. home will be broken. They won't be able to help Israel anymore. And all those nations turn against Israel. Nobody ain't gonna help Israel. See, that's why Jerusalem gonna be taken over, like I said, and they're gonna party God's land. Just look at your read in Joel chapter 3. See, but it's not time yet for them to do that. See, that's all I'm showing y'all. A lot of people think it's the end now yet, most. There might gonna be the Battle of Armageddon and World War III after the Iran war. No, not so. It'll be the third beast that gonna come in. Third beast can have 4 heads. It'll be China and Russia and Britain and the false prophet from the Vatican. And then a lot of time of that third beast, the false prophet will get out from the third beast. And when the 10 horns show up, in the latter time, the third beast, 10 horns will show up, and the false prophet will get out from the third beast and get with the 10 king. And then you're going to pluck up them other 3 who he was with, like China and Russia and Britain. So that's why I'm going to all that to try to get you all to understand. Like I say, not time for Jerusalem to be taken over here. You know, that's what a lot of people can't see, not understand. But thank y'all, may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His word.